This is a day that the Lord has made. Welcome everyone. My name is Vanessa. I am going to read my Bible with you all, exactly where I'm at, because my son is at another football event. I'm going to be honest. This is the first morning in a very long time that I didn't read not even a paragraph from my Bible. I don't know why this week I've been struggling to sleep, and I got up later than I wanted to this morning. It wasn't really late, but it was just later. I was still able to get my workout in. I made my son breakfast. I took a shower. I got myself ready. I prayed, spent my time with the Lord praying. I just didn't have any time to read the Bible. And it was my office day, so I was out the door. With my son being out at the football game, I decided, let me read with you all. I'm reading Ezekiel. I'm on chapter 20, verse 14, somewhere around there. And so let's do this. Let's just read. So this is actually verse 13. Yet the people of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They did not follow my decrees, but rejected my laws, by which the person who obeys them will live, and they utterly desecrated my Sabbaths. So I said I would pour out my wrath on them and destroy them in the wilderness. But for the sake of my name, I did what would keep it from being profaned in the eyes of the nations in whose sight I had brought them out. Also with uplifted hand I swore to them in the wilderness that I would not bring them into the land I had given them, a land flowing with milk and honey, the most beautiful of all lands, because they rejected my laws and did not follow my decrees and desecrated my Sabbaths, for their hearts were devoted to their idols. Yet I looked on them with pity and did not destroy them or put an end to them in the wilderness. I said to their children in the wilderness, do not follow the statutes of your parents or keep their laws or defile yourselves with their idols. I am the Lord your God. Follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. Keep my Sabbaths holy, that they may be a sign between us. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God. But the children rebelled against me. They did not follow my decrees. They were not careful to keep my laws, of which I said, the person who obeys them will live by them, and they desecrated my Sabbaths. So I said I would pour out my wrath on them and spend my anger against them in the wilderness. But I withheld my hand, and for the sake of my name, I did what would keep it from being profaned in the eyes of the nations, in those in whose sight I had brought them out. Also with uplifted hand, I swore to them in the wilderness that I would disperse them among the nations and scatter them through the countries, because they had not obeyed my laws, but had rejected my decrees and desecrated my Sabbaths, and their eyes lusted after their parents' idols. So I gave them other statutes that were not good, and laws through which they could not live. I defiled them through their gifts, the sacrifice of every firstborn, that I might fill them with horror, so they would know that I am the Lord. I am so scared to have God be angry with him. Whew. Therefore, Son of man, speak to the people of Israel and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. In this also your ancestors blasphemed me by being unfaithful to me. When I brought them into the land I had sworn to give them, and they saw any high hill or any leafy tree, there they offered their sacrifices, made offerings that aroused my anger, presented their fragrant incense, and poured out their drink offerings. Then I said to them, what is this high place you go to? It is called Bama to this day. Just as a reminder, I'm in the Old Testament. What I'm noticing in the Old Testament over and over is God does not like for us to worship anyone other than him. That could mean a lot of things. Do you put football above God? Do you put your job above God? Do you put money above God? Do you put your material things above God? There's so many things. You have to have balance in your life. Of course, this is speaking to the one who wants to be a good Christian. You have to figure out how to find that balance, how to keep God number one. I don't know if I quite have figured it out, but I try every single day. In my prayers every single day, and in my conversations with God every day, I tell him I'm well aware that there are times I don't go to you. I don't consult with you. I'm well aware of it. Please forgive me. I'm human. I'm going to try again. Thank you for giving me another day, another chance. I could see that if I decided to not even admit that to the Lord and go through day after day after day, putting someone or something before God, at some point, this is probably months and years that this has happened, where he's coming to these people and saying, you forsake me, and so now I'm going to punish you, basically. At some point, the Lord's like, enough is enough. But I think if he sees we're constantly trying every single day, again, this is just my opinion. This is what I'm hoping for, that he will have mercy on us. Every night before I go to sleep, I ask for forgiveness, because one, I am truly sorry for anything I did wrong, knowingly or unknowingly. I'm also not sure if I'll wake up the next morning. Some people do die in their sleep. I don't know the situation, what's going to happen. And I want to know that my soul is good to get to heaven. I could go on and on. I love talking about the Lord. I love reading the Bible. I like watching movies and shows about Christ, reading books, looking at YouTube videos, just spending time with the Lord, singing Christian type songs, listening to Christian music. It's not hard for me to seek God, to follow God and Jesus Christ. It's just in my nature. I'm here sharing the word of God on this channel. I do believe that we all can make our own choice. You can choose to listen to me or not. I'm not forcing anyone. I never want to force anyone to believe in God or Jesus Christ. But I want you to definitely know that I do. I'm a believer, a firm believer in God and Jesus Christ. He never leaves me behind. I'm never without. He always provides. Not just provides, but he provides to me in abundance. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. Remember, today will be with what you make of it. Please subscribe, please like, please share, please comment, and I will see you next time.